Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. It is your boy Cole's Casualties, and today I just wanted to talk about some new games that are going to be coming out this year that I'm going to be excited to play on my channel. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say thank you all for the support as always. Um, I've been really enjoying uploading content on here, editing it, and just making these videos. It really helps me like retain what happens in the games that I play because I have to go back and edit it, you know. So I'm kind of like playing through the games twice in a way, and it's like really like keeping in my head what these games are about. So I think that's also really good. And I want to make a goal for this video. I want to hit 30 subscribers. All right, we are 3 away. We are 3 subscribers away. Let's go ahead and hit that 30 mark. Why don't we? So if you're not subscribed, and if you enjoy random gaming walkthroughs from someone who smokes too much and has fog brain, then please consider subscribing and joining me on my adventure for my YouTube channel. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the real meat and potatoes of this. So there's a bunch of new games coming out this year, and the one that I am particularly excited for is the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. So the only reason that I started recording my Metal Gear games is because the Master Collection exists, right? I don't have the material or the supplies to actually record a video the way that you normally would, right? Using like an Elgato and then connect it to a laptop and using the editing software and that. I use the Share Factory Studio on PlayStation, right? I do my recording using the built-in recording and I upload it to PlayStation Studio and then I edit it on there, right? And then I re-upload it back to my PlayStation and then I upload it to YouTube. It's quite a process, but it's not the normal process, and I've been unable to play any games that are not on my PS5 because I don't have the money to get a laptop and to get a nice recording device to record gameplay on PS1, 2, 3, Xbox, Switch, all that stuff. I don't have the facilities. So that was a really big problem that was going to be an issue for me in the future because Metal Gear Solid is my biggest series on YouTube so far. It's brought in the most views. It's gained me the most viewership. It's gained me the most subscribers. So I know a few of y'all out there are waiting for my Metal Gear Solid 3. You know, I mean, some of you guys that had commented on some of my past videos, like Scorpy, Fuck with Scott, Ali, Martin Leheim, some of the fellas who commented on previous Metal Gear videos, and I know for a fact that Metal Gear 3 is considered the best in the series, right? Now, of course, it's not objective, but Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably gonna be one of the games I'm gonna be playing soon. But the reason I haven't played it yet after I played Metal Gear Solid 2 is because Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Rising are all stuck on the PS3, right? They're stuck on the PS3, so I can't record that. So I was waiting until I got the materials to actually record that before I started my Metal Gear Solid 3 because I didn't want to play Metal Gear Solid 3 and then years down the road Metal Gear Solid 4. I wanted to kind of have them in the same, spread them out evenly, you feel me? But now with the Master Collection Volume 2 coming out, that's just not going to be necessary because they're going to be releasing Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker for the PlayStation. I don't know if that's going to include Rising, which might be a bit of a problem. But it's not going to be a problem at all to play Metal Gear Solid 4. So, Metal Gear Solid 4 is coming out this year on PlayStation 5, and I'm totally excited. I'm totally excited to play that. So you guys can definitely expect a Metal Gear Solid 3 playthrough. I'm probably going to wait until they actually announce a release date. I don't know if there's a release date for it yet, but once they announce a release date, I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid 3 for y'all. And then Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to come out on the Solid Collection. That's going to be really fun. So, be prepared for that. Next up, the final Tekken video is coming out within the next few days. also very excited about that. I already beat Tekken. Spoiler alert, it's very fucking good. But I'm very excited to play Tekken. Or I'm very excited to upload this last video. Finish up another game on the channel, you know. And I feel like the next game I'm gonna play, I'm gonna keep it a surprise, but nobody's gonna be surprised. Everyone's actually gonna be quite disappointed, but I don't give a fuck. I'm doing what I want, okay? That's what makes good channels good, is not giving a fuck about what you think other people want, just caring about what you want, right? And that's all, and that's what I'm all about. And I'm gonna do what I want to do. And the next series that's gonna come up, y'all ain't gonna be excited for it, but I don't care. I wanna get this game out the way. I'm not excited for it either, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know this. I'm not excited for this next game that I'm gonna play on my channel either. But it's gonna happen, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. We're playing anything on this channel. Next, I pre-ordered Resident Evil 9. That's coming out in like 2 weeks, something like that. Resident Evil is a great series. I've never played Resident Evil 1, or I actually have, I never beat it. I never played 0, and I never played 6. 1 is still uncompleted for me. I gave up on it. I hate the fixed camera angles, it sucks. But every other Resident Evil I have played. Every other one. And it's really hard to choose my favorite. You know, it's between 4 and 7. Or no, 4 and 8 as my favorites. 7 was one of my favorites before 8 came out. If it wasn't for Resident Evil 8, then it would either be between Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 7. But I really enjoyed 8, which I'm going to play every Resident Evil on my channel eventually. But it's, you know, I kind of have like an ADHD kind of thing, or an OCD, I don't know what you would call it, but part of me is like, maybe I should play through all the Resident Evil games first on my channel before I get to Resident Evil 9, but then I'm going to be missing out on that new game, because I mostly just play the old games. I play older games, you know. I played Metal Gear 1. The first game walkthrough that I fully uploaded on my channel was Metal Gear Solid. And then I played Advanced Warfare. And then I played, was it Metal Gear Solid 2 that I started right after that? Yeah, it was Metal Gear Solid 2. Played Advanced Warfare and then Metal Gear Solid 2. And then, you know, I was just playing Homefront: The Revolution, just recording that, and there was so little good parts. The good parts were so far and in between that it would have been like 2 videos worth of content. So I just chose to just make it all one long video for Homefront. And then of course Titanfall 2, and now Tekken 8. Right. Like the newest game that I have played on my channel, I think, is COD 7, Black Ops 7, and I made like 1 video, 2 videos on it. Nothing crazy. I still want to play the fucking campaign. Actually, that might be the next campaign I play. So the PlayStation State of Play just dropped a bunch of bangers, right? New Control game. I got Control for PlayStation Plus on PlayStation Plus for free years ago, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and they're releasing a sequel this year. So you guys can probably expect a Control playthrough at some point before the Control sequel comes out, because that sequel looked really fucking good. A game called Project Windless is going to be coming out, which is a Muso 1v1000s. You know, you're a fucking chicken, and you have these insane weapons, and you're going onto the battlefield and fighting thousands of fucking enemies at once. It looks absolutely insane. It looks amazing. It reminds me of like a chicken Kratos, you know, like chicken God of War. And the visuals look amazing, the combat looks amazing, you know, just everything about the game. I'm very excited to play that for my channel as well. So look out for Project Windless. I don't know if there's a release date. I don't know if many of these games I'm looking forward to have release dates except Resident Evil 9. But yeah, look out for that. And then last but not least, speaking of Kratos, God of War remakes. So they're not remastering God of War, they're remaking the original trilogy. Now I've played every God of War, except 2. It's unfinished. I got all the way to the Titan part, like right at the end of the last hour of the game, and then the disc froze. And since it's a Blu-ray disc, you know, my local game store, they have disc cleaning machine, and they're like, it doesn't really work for Blu-rays, mostly just DVDs, CDs, that kind of thing, not really Blu-ray discs. And unfortunately, PlayStation 3s and forward in time are mostly Blu-ray. Who would have thought? So I took it there and I got it. I tried to get it cleaned, and you know, of course, nothing came of it. It did not work, and I was thoroughly upset about that. But I do have it for my PlayStation 2, so I might have to just suck it up and play it on my PlayStation 2. But this remake apparently is not going to come out for a while, probably not even this year. They're restarting 3 games from scratch, basically. I mean, probably not from scratch. They're probably using old models as well, but they're definitely updating it to match more of today's graphics and stuff. And they're bringing back the OG voice actor for it, so that'll be really fucking cool. The OG Kratos. As much as I love the new Kratos, the OG Kratos will always be superior to me. God of War 3 will always be the best God of War to me. I love that game so much, and if there's one thing I can ask of you, Santa Monica Studios, please do not make it over the shoulder like the newer games. Please keep the OG camera angle, and please do not sugarcoat any of the violence, especially in 3. I want to witness 3 remade, just as violent, just as gory, if not worse. I want to be able to rip off the dude's head again, right? I can't think of the different gods' names. I want to be able to get in the POV of Poseidon again while I get my eyes gouged out. I want to punch Zeus until the screen turns red. I want all of that. I want all that. I need it. I live for it. And if the game does not bring me this, unfortunately, I'm going to be very sad. They'll be dead to me if they did that. But very excited for that remake. It's going to be really fun. I'm definitely going to play it on this channel. I got a lot of games I'm going to play on this channel, y'all. I got a lot of games. I have almost 200 games, physical copies, just sitting. That's just physical, just sitting on my shelves. That's really all that I wanted to talk about today. You know, just a lot of really good games that are going to be coming out. Please excuse my dogs barking. They're fucking stupid. So yeah, be excited, be prepared for new games this year. I'm excited. Gonna be uploading all of them, or most of them, to my channel. So watch out for that. I really have nothing else to say, y'all. I read my script. I said what I needed to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. You won't regret it. It won't hurt you if you don't, right? I only upload every 3-4 days, so it's not like I'm gonna be taking up your entire YouTube. Don't worry about that. You know, I'm not gonna be uploading 3 videos a day. It's usually a video every 3 days, because I like to take my time with them, make sure that they're at least a little bit good, a little bit enjoyable. So yeah, you guys take it easy, and I will catch you guys in the finale of Tekken 8.